Yes, sir, baby. Pound 5.1 on the Radar Radio. Yo, special guest in the building. Boston in the building. Blanco 5 out now. Millyz in the building. What's up, bro?
Yes, sir. Cambridge Mass, to be specific.
Cambridge Mass. But, you know, I feel like I got to say Boston because the Celtics. We're talking about the Celtics now. You know what I'm saying?
The Celtics for sure, but I got to put my shit on the radar.
Facts. How you feeling, bro? I've been watching you during the final game. I was watching you. Your tweets was kept popping up on my feed and shit like that. Yeah. I was like, I got to ask him how he feeling now that the Celtics going to the finals.
Nah, it's incredible, bro. I'm a real Celtics fan. Like, I'm a real
What
Celtics
that mean?
fan.
Like a real Celtics?
Like a real diehard, not a bandwagon fan. Like, I've been on this movement. I've been a Celtics fan since I was 8 years old. Like, that's me and my mother's bond right there. I cried when they won a championship in 2008. Like, you know, so it been dope this year. I sat courtside a lot of times. I was at big games. I was at Game 7 with Giannis and shit like that. So, like, yeah, you know, it's exciting, man. Hopefully we could get a chip.
I forgot what tweet you tweeted out, but I remember you talking about being courtside and you saw somebody up close. Who was it? I'm trying to remember now. Was that was
a recent tweet?
Yeah, I think it was a recent tweet.
I don't even remember.
You be courtside a lot now?
Yeah, they treat me good.
They treat you good now? Do you think that they have a good chance of winning?
Of course.
Of course.
Yeah, we could switch out. We could switch out at every position. So, like, you know, guard that 3-point line and fuck them up when they come to the rack. And yeah, we're gonna win.
You've been busy, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Hell yeah, super busy.
I also saw you was talking about like this is like the busiest you've ever been.
Yeah.
How's it feel to be this busy now?
Man, it's you know, it's funny because I've been rapping for so long.
Right.
Like, I've been in the game for a long time, and I was always him where I'm from. But now it's like the national attention and exposure. Right. It's a different thing, and just my schedule, like the regiment. There's no like structured regiment. There's no way to really you know, take time to be like, all right, I'm going to work out this day. I'm going to do this and that, because it's like it's just constantly go, different state, different party, different appearance, different interviews, press, studio, shit like that. But it's interesting. You know, I'm just learning. I'm taking it all in and learning how to be an artist at the highest level.
What do you feel like has been like the biggest thing that you've had to like learn recently since you've been so busy and kind of jumping around and
kind of have how to record through all of it? Because it's different. Like, before, I used to be able to just sit back and, you know, go to the studio 5 days out the week, chill, you know, write some shit. But now it's different. It's like, all right, I got to work while I'm working. So, like, in L.A., I just had a press run, and we got a big Airbnb, and I just had my engineer in there. So I would do press in the day, come home, record, and that's how we're starting the album. So really, yeah, just I guess the biggest learning curve is just how to work while I'm working, if that makes sense.
I be thinking about that too, because you think about like artists who be on tour all the time and shit like that, and you're like, damn, like how do they deal with being able to go on tour, be on the tour bus, and then also still maintain making the music that they're gonna have to put out once the tour is over too? Yeah,
that's tough. Like I ran into Bia on the plane, who's also from Mass
shout out
and
Bia.
Shit like that. And I was because I watch her and I'm like, yo, her schedule is ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like, she's booked up for real. But then she still dropped a song with J. Cole, and I told her, I was like, yo, I'm surprised you even had music because you're so booked.
Right.
You know, so yeah, I guess, yo, salute to the artist that's on tour, running around, moving, and still creating music. That's just different. It's different than when you're not. Like, to all the artists who if you're not on right now, or like your schedule's not crazy, just know you have a luxury right now of being able to sit and, you know, like record music and shit like on your own time, because it gets different once the pace picks up.
Right. I love the space that you and Bia are in right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I like seeing y'all both put on for Mass. I had Bia on my show not too long ago, and it's just been cool because, like you said, like you're at that level now where it's like you have like this attention around the world now. Bia has this attention around the world now, and it's cool seeing y'all both put on for.
Yeah, nah, super dope, and that's family. So I watched her journey, and she watched mine. So we definitely relate. She actually brought me out on my on the night my album dropped. She brought me out at the Rush concert in front of 5,000. So that was dope. Yeah,
where was that?
That was in Boston.
Oh, that was in Boston. Oh, so you even got that's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
How'd that feel for you?
Lit. you know.
Do you think after this you're gonna keep doing the Blanco series? Like, do you feel like that like there's a definite end to the series? Because people be like they do trilogies.
Yo,
people
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, I don't know. Like at first, I always said, like, before this project came out, I was saying, like, when I was recording, I'm like, this the last one. But now it's hard to kind of dead the series at the height, you know what I mean? Like, I keep getting more fans and more listeners. So, but then I don't know if it's forcing it to go into Blanco 6. But at the same time, I feel like Chink's Drugs has shit that went into like volume 6 and 7 and shit. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, but I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out.
You should just went number 1 on iTunes too.
Oh God!
Come on, man! Yeah. Congratulations. I saw you because you was talking about. I actually wrote this down too. You were talking about how you dropped the same day as like Harlow, Kendrick, and then obviously Eminem had some stuff that came out too. And then it was just so crazy because like it just shows how much like how like your fans like they buying the album like that to me is dope.
iTunes. So like I think like some fans get like confused with that. It's not that I got the number 1 album in the world. I got the number 1 album in the hip hop album in America on iTunes,
which is huge.
Which is I'd say like the 5th biggest thing in like music or something. You know what I mean? Somewhere around maybe the 4th or something like that. So it's like, but yeah, it's a super big accomplishment though. And it's just a testament, like you said, it's a testament to me having real core fans like that buy this shit. Cause you could stream my shit, but no, go buy my shit.
Right, and at like on top of like buying it with like Kendrick being out, like Eminem dropping some
stuff.
If
you look where it's at, it's with like Kendrick, Jack Harlow, like it's right there.
It's crazy.
Kendrick took back his number 1 spot, but we still had number 2.
Still going strong because that means people buying every single day.
Oh God!
I love the balance on the project. Like I feel like you had the perfect features, the perfect like right balance. I love the Favi joint because like I was like okay.
You be into the drill shit, right?
Yeah. Because I be into the drill shit too, and I thought that was really tough for you to get into that because we talk about like how drill is kind of becoming more than just what it is. It's like more of a mainstream.
I was
sound
actually
now.
on the drill shit though, like a while ago, like on Blanco 3. I got multiple drill records with Sosa Geek.
Yeah, shout out Sosa.
You know what I mean? So like it wasn't too foreign for me. That's how I knew all those guys. Like I already knew all those like their team and shit like that.
Do you have any advice for like the young guys out here right now? Because it's kind of like I don't know too much about like the drill scene in Boston, but obviously here in New York, it's like there's a lot going on, and I feel like
it's the same in Boston.
Same type of situation.
Yeah, it's probably more light on it. It's probably more light on it in New York, obviously, because it's like the mecca of that shit. But it's the same in Boston. It's still like gangbang, real. They really rapping about what's going on.
What they doing, yeah.
Advice. I don't know, man. It's just don't go federal for real.
Right.
It's tough, man. It's like a war on rap. It's tough to be a rapper right now.
Yeah, it does feel like it's a war on rap.
You trying to express what you're going through, but they're making it hard. Yeah. So I would just say like, if I could give like any advice, I think like the music got so literal. I think everybody should take a step back from the lyrics being so literal. Say that shit in a more clever way. Sometimes, you could say something where you still get your point across, but don't give them the case. Don't indict yourself. You know what I mean? That's all I would say. Because when I was growing up on rappers, like they would say something and you'd really have to read through the lines to know, oh, he's talking about this and that. Oh, I see what's going on. So maybe that. Just don't make it too easy for them people. But other than that, you keep chasing your dreams, go up.
Right. That's why I be telling them, I'm like, yo, y'all gotta come, like, especially when they come see me, I'm like, you gotta come to me and you gotta like come on this show, come freestyle, and y'all gotta like y'all gotta do something different. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to like, I don't know, help them evolve without getting them in trouble. And that's like the biggest thing.
Yeah. And it's tough because, I mean, hip-hop always been based on that. Like, diss records and shit. So it's nothing real different. It's the climate with social media and shit like that.
I feel like social media just amplifies literally everything to like a point where it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like social media just kind of ruins a lot of stuff versus like, you don't, now everything's so public, you take a step out your crib and it's like, oh man, now we on social media type shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not like how it used to be where.
No, I would have crashed out. Like, I would have crashed. Like, if it was like that for me, like when I was growing up, I would have crashed. That's why I don't judge nobody. I don't really judge when you dissing on the dad and you doing all of that, because I can't say what I would have did when I'm 18, 19, I can't say what I would have been saying on that phone with the way I felt, and like, cause I was crashing in general. So you put a phone in front of me like that with the access, I would have been bugging out too. That's why I don't really judge them like that.
Something I love that I've seen you talk about is like you investing your money properly, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel like?
Did I say that?
Yeah, I think it was in the Adam 22 and on No Jumper. I think you're talking about that.
Reinvesting for sure.
And I think the reinvesting part is something that people don't always understand. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you can invest your money and you might get some money, and you obviously you get the money back. But then I feel like people get the money back and they like, all right, cool, I'm good now. Instead of like putting that shit back into something else.
Now we reinvest everything. You know what I mean? I started getting like real checks from this shit and being like, all right, like I look at it like I'm gambling, but it's an educated gamble. So I'm at the table, and when they give me my winnings, I'm putting that shit back out.
Right.
I'm not saying because I got bigger hopes for myself than to be like, all right, this is it. This is the last check I'm gonna get. That's why I constantly like, you know, just reinvest, man, reinvest, and I'm on the way to where I want to be, you know, independently too.
And I feel like the independent stuff is something that people need to give you more credit for, give you more love for, because like that shit ain't easy.
Yeah.
And even with this release, like being able to market yourself the way that you marketed yourself to become the #1 album on iTunes, and kind of being everybody, because I feel like I've been seeing your shit everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
And we real independent. Like when I say real independent, I mean like, boom, every feature I got in my fucking career, that's my relationships. That's me reaching out. Nobody did that for me. No label person said, yo, work with this person. Every producer, every video that was shot, every trip that was booked, whatever it is, you know what I mean? Every single detail, that's me. That's independent behind that. Every marketing strategy, all of that, that's me. Independently. There's no label telling me none of that. Understand what I'm saying? So it's like people be independent, but they don't be independent. But I'm independent. Yeah.
I feel like it's like you said, you've been in the game a while, and it might have taken you like a little bit with that independent stuff to get where you are. But I feel like at the end of the day, it might be a little bit more fulfilling.
Yeah,
you know what
hell
I'm saying?
yeah. Because you could kind of like, I'm almost at the place where I could, say what the fuck I want, and that's what it is, and you can't question it because I got a sales history. I got proven statistics. Imagine the building behind me, and that's not even what I want, but imagine it.
Yeah.
Imagine real money behind this shit, because I've been doing this off. All right, he paid me $20,000 for a feature. Boom, I'm gonna take that $20,000. I'm gonna get a house for 7 days. And pay the engineer. Boom, I'm gonna make a whole album off of that $20,000 this motherfucker gave me. Then this other $20,000, I'm gonna promote these songs with that. I'm gonna take this $10,000 over here, put that on it. Yeah. This is all right. You give me the money, I'm pushing it back in. I'm not even on like I buy clothes and I buy chains and shit, but that's reinvesting in myself too. You know, so it's like I'm not tricking. I'm not tricking on life right now. I'm tricking on music strictly.
Right. Because the chains, obviously, you got to uphold the image, too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but dudes like, all right, uphold the image, but don't get lost in the bitches. Don't get lost in the part of life that's not contributing to your overall success. I think that's what happens. I think rappers go downhill because of bitches. Oh, God.
He's spinning right now. I ain't gonna lie.
And humans in general. But, I'm telling you, bro, like, dudes get some little rap fame and then they start tricking on bitches. You should have reinvested that money in yourself. Right.
Nah, I feel that.
Should have bought a feature from somebody or did an ill video. You gave a bitch a bag. It's crazy.
For what? Literally for what?
She don't love you.
That's not your wife. That's not your girl. That's not nothing. You just did it just to do it. That's the crazy
just tricking on life. And then even like, you know, the strip club. I cut down on the strip club immensely. Like when I first moved to New York, that's all I knew. Go to the strip club and spend your money, and it was dope. I made a lot of relationships with a lot of different girls and stuff like that. Yeah. Who helped me out, you know, through the city. But I cut all that shit back. I started to put all that money I was putting into like the strip club trying to have fun. I said, fuck fun. I'm putting that on my clothes and shit like that. I cut that whole budget. I put that on clothes and drip and shit like that. And that's when, you know, things got a little different. But don't trick on life, man. Like not when you're trying to make it. You gotta say fuck fun for a second. I'm allowed to curse, right?
Of course.
All right.
Yeah. Nah, you know what? I agree with that because I have had like experiences the past year where like the show's doing well, but then I'll start talking to somebody, you feel me? And then I'll be like, damn, I'm starting to lose a little focus. You gotta like refocus yourself.
Yeah.
It's very real. I mean, I'm not buying a bag for them, but
no,
you know what I'm saying? Like I get it. I get what you're saying.
You gotta completely focus at all times, man. Like you gotta completely focus. And all of them shits is just deterrents.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah.
So also I wanted to ask, man, we gotta get this you and Snoop shit going. Come on.
As far as what? Record?
Yeah, we need to get some shit with y'all.
Nah, we
some
working.
Coming shit, you know what I'm saying?
That's Unc for real. He posted my album and all that.
I love how excited you get. How excited you got about Snoop posting you multiple times. Like I think that's dope. And I love what Snoop do.
Of course, like that's Snoop, bro. I sat with Snoop. I'm talking about like I pulled up on Snoop and like I sat with him for a long time and he just gave me the game. Like this is Snoop Dogg. This is the biggest artist on the planet. Like, and I say that like I'm talking about like Snoop is the most famous rapper of all time, and I'm global. I go around places. Right. I'm in Haiti. I'm in Colombia. I'm in fucking France. Probably I was in France. I'm in London. I'm in all these places. Trust me, Snoop Dogg is the biggest American rapper of all time. I'm telling you, bro. Especially Latin America and all of that shit. Like, not to mention what he is. Like, my mother knows, like, Snoop is an icon. So to sit down with him is crazy. Like, yeah.
He got a record with BTS, right? The Korean pop group. I'm bugging, right? Yeah. So he.
I don't even know who that is, but yeah. I'm sure he does.
It's mad funny. We had I feel like in college we had like that argument where like is Snoop the biggest artist, like hip hop artist of all time in sense of like household name, people around the world know him. But I definitely agree with that shit.
It goes like Michael Jackson, Snoop. I'm trying to tell you who name a bigger artist
than Snoop, like worldwide.
Yeah.
What would you say? Jay-Z?
He's not bigger than Snoop, name-wise, I promise you. I know this factually. Hove the biggest ever. But go to Colombia, ask them. Say they gonna know Eminem, Snoop Dogg. Sometimes they don't even know Drake.
Really?
I'm trying to tell you, bro. I promise you. And Drizzy's the biggest. Like they'll know Drake's songs, but they know Snoop Dogg. They grow up off him. Like. Right. This real shit.
When you sat with Snoop, what he tell you?
Shit, he gave me a lot of game. Just a lot of game on. I was asking him a bunch of shit too about like, you know, like his career and his come up, you know, shit like that. Falling out with Suge Knight, just different things like that. So yeah.
You was asking the interview questions.
Yeah, I was interviewing for real.
I love that. Okay, so Blanco 5 out now.
Yes.
What's coming next for you? What we got going on? What else do people got to know about?
Man, I got a lot of music coming out. You know, we about to announce tour dates and shit like that. I got fire artists that I'm working with. I got my man G Nipsey, Dada the Dealer, Jigs, Rosewood Bape. Like a lot of artists that I fuck with that's coming and they going crazy. So
be on the lookout for them too.
Yeah, that's one of my goals. I want to put some artists on after me, for real.
I love that, man.
Yeah, legacy shit, my guy.
Legacy. Well, look, man, I appreciate you being here. One day we're going to have you come back. We're going to get you on that freestyle stuff. We're going to have you go crazy.
For sure.
You know, they already know how you give it up. Before we sign off, let the people know where they can follow you. Anything else you want to let them know? This camera right here.
At Millyz on everything. At MILLYZ. Blanco single is out right now. Go stream it, download it, absorb it, love it. Yeah.
Tap in. Make sure you go follow him. Go stream the album out now. Go show him love. Show him some support. All that shit is free. Till next time, On the Radar, Power 105.1.
For sure.
Signing off. Boom.